This is 124 Westmorland Rise in Peterlee, County Durham. It's a two-bed detached property. It's got a garage out the back, it's got an enclosed back garden and a front garden, as you can see. Now this property is actually available on the rent to buy or rent to own scheme. Now what this means is you don't need to qualify for a mortgage to buy this property. You don't need to come up with a massive deposit to buy this property. What you'll actually do is you'll rent it for say the next 5 years and then complete on the purchase in 4 or 5 years time. Now let me show you around the property a little bit and then I'll explain a bit more what that actually means. So what you can see around here, you've got a nice estate, lots of 2-bed, 3-bed detached houses. You have got parking on the road, and here is your back garden. If I just twist around here, you'll see that you've got a detached single garage, nice and secure. It's got a roller shutter on it and plenty of space inside. It's dry and it's clean, it's tidy. We go into the actual garden. So this is the garden. We have basically an enclosed rear garden. You've got a cupboard there that's lockable for storage, all your bins and space, etc. You've got a nice tree here in the back garden, and that's the entrance to the property itself. So let's go and have a look around. So double glazing throughout, I suppose, is the first thing to note. Double glazing door in here. You have downstairs one reception room. What I've also done here is I've done a 3D virtual tour of the property, so you'll be able to see it in a lot more detail and look around at your own pleasure. So you've got a reception room downstairs, you have the kitchen downstairs, and upstairs you've got 2 bedrooms and the bathroom. Quick look at the kitchen. Look, is it a perfect kitchen? No, the answer is no. It needs a bit of a tidy up. It could do with a fresh kitchen. Is the property itself in perfect condition? No, the answer is no. The carpets are a bit dirty. You'd probably want to be redecorating the place. I'm sure there's a whole bunch of stuff that you'd want to do with your own home. But this is the opportunity. Okay, let's go upstairs. Again, carpets, they're okay. They'd do a change. Or they'd do you for a couple of months, but you might want to change them. Bathroom, again, is it perfect? No, but is it an opportunity for you? You've got a bath, you've got a electric shower over the bath, obviously toilet and wash basin. Then you've got 2 fairly decent sized bedrooms. This is the smaller of the 2, which again, nice and light, nice and airy. Just bring you in here. Obviously you can see outside again. You've obviously got not double glazing, you've got gas central heating throughout, and plenty of space to do what you like. It's a double bedroom. Move you into what I believe is the larger of the 2 bedrooms. Here you go, more sort of square rather than rectangular bedroom, and you have actually got the gas combi boiler in the cupboard there. Right, so what does rent to buy actually mean? Rent to buy or rent to own means that you can rent the property for a period of time and you'll ultimately buy the property. At the start of you actually moving to the property, you can have 2 contracts. You can have a rental contract and a purchase contract. So there's no ambiguity at all. Okay, you know a date in the future when you're going to complete on the purchase of the property. You know exactly how much you're going to pay for the property. What you do when you move in is you'll pay a bit of what we call getting started money. Now, let's go back to if you were buying in a normal fashion. You'd have to go and get a mortgage from a mortgage broker. You'd have to come up with a big deposit and you'd have to qualify for it with your credit rating, etc. Now, with the rent to buy, that's all irrelevant, okay? I don't care about your credit rating. What I do care about is you want to buy a property, and ideally you want to do it in the future. What people struggle with is their credit rating, not particularly great, possibly. It could be they haven't got a £10,000, £15,000 deposit to put down, so they might not be able to get a mortgage, might not be able to get the deposit. What rent to buy or rent to own does, it gives you the time to sort out your credit rating so that you do qualify for a mortgage, and it gives you the time to save up and have the full deposit that you require to get the mortgage in say 5 years time. So you can move into this property literally in the next fortnight. Okay, you're going to pay some getting started money. Now, what's getting started money? Getting started money is a chunk of money that you're going to pay up front that is more than a normal rental deposit, but not as much as a normal buying deposit. I'll tell you the reason for doing that. I want you to know that when you move into this property, you're buying it, okay? I class this as hurt money. I want you to know that you are putting money down to buy a house, buy a home for yourself. And that's what the getting started money does. It comes off the purchase price, so whatever you put down comes off the purchase price of the property. But you are invested in this property. Now, don't get me wrong, if you change your mind in 3 years' time and walk away from this property, you walk away from that deposit. It stays with the house. So this is why I call it hurt money, okay? It's enough money that it would hurt you if you were to walk away from it. But it's not as much as a crazy deposit for buying a property, okay? So when you move in, you pay a bit of getting started money, and we'll work that out between us. We'll come up with a sum that's acceptable to you, acceptable to us, manageable by you, manageable by us, and you can move into the property. Then what you'll do is you'll pay what we call super rent. Now, super rent is slightly more than market rent, okay? Because you're going to pay a premium. You're getting into this property to be able to buy it without having to qualify for the mortgage or come up with a massive deposit. So you pay slightly more than what we class as super rent to stay here every single month, all right? And so you move in, pay a bit of getting started money, you pay your monthly super rent, and you have two contracts. You have a tenancy agreement, standard tenancy agreement that you get with any rental property, and you also have a purchase contract, okay? That would be the standard type of contract you'd have if you went to an estate agent and bought a house via solicitors, okay? So what you have when you move into the house is certainty. You know what you're going to buy the house for, you know when you're going to complete on it. And don't get me wrong, if you win the lottery in 2 years' time, you can come back to me and say, hey, we want to complete on that property. And you can complete on it any time in that agreed period of, say, 5 years. So that's it. It's the opportunity. What you're buying here is not necessarily the perfect house, okay? Now, you may want a 3-bedroom house with a downstairs toilet and a perfect granite-based kitchen. Look, this is not that house. But what this house is the opportunity for you to get onto the housing ladder. It means that you don't have to worry about a landlord, okay? You can move in here. You don't have to worry about the fact that the landlord might turn around in 18 months and say, hey, no, I'm deciding I'm going to sell that house, because you've got that agreement that says you can buy it for the amount that you've agreed in the timescale that you've agreed, all right? So those are the good points. Now, what's the downside? The downside is if you're renting a house, guess what happens if something goes wrong? Imagine that boiler there, if you're renting a house, goes wrong. You call up the landlord or the letting agent and say, hey, my boiler doesn't work. If you're buying a house, you don't call up somebody and get them to do it. You sort it out yourself. You are renting to own this property. You're renting to buy this property. That boiler, it's your responsibility. If that goes wrong the next 5 years, guess who sorts it out? Me? No, you, all right? This is what you are doing. You're gaining the opportunity to walk in here knowing that you're buying this house, telling all your friends and relatives that you're buying a property and this is going to be your home, and not having to worry about all those issues of having a landlord who changes their mind and does stuff. This is a rent to buy opportunity. And that's what we're saying. This is an opportunity for you to get home ownership right now without having to do all the normal stuff of qualifying for a mortgage or having the deposit. So have a look at the 3D tour. It's in the link below here on the video. Give us a call so you can have a look at the property. We'll arrange to meet up with you and you can have a good look around it, check that it's in the right place for you, it's the right type of property. But most importantly at all, is this an opportunity that you think is going to work for you, okay? Do you want home ownership right now? Have you got a few skeletons in the closet with regards to your credit rating? Yeah. Did you not pay a credit card bill 6 months ago and it's scuppered your credit rating? Did you have a loan that maybe you missed a few payments on? Look, if you can show to me that you can afford this property, I've got no issue with that at all. And we'll even help you and work with you to help you sort out credit rating and get a plan together so that you're saving up the right level of deposit to buy it. We'll put you in touch with mortgage brokers, etc. So, have a look at the 3D virtual tour below so you can have a good look around it. Give us a call to arrange a view of the property. And look, in reality, within a fortnight, you could be living here. This could be your new home. You could be getting in here, you could decorate it, you can do what you like, you move your stuff in, you can just move in and you could live here no problem at all right now, but you may want to get in here, you may want to decorate, you may want to put new carpets in. It's completely up to you. That's what friends and family are. Do you know a chippy? Do you know a decorator? Do you know an electrician, a plumber? You know, you may find that mates, rates and a few pizzas, and it'll be exactly how you want it. So that's it. This is the opportunity. 124 Westmorland Rise in Peterlee in County Durham. Come and have a look at it.